Hello students, a very good morning to all the students. So students, we have already completed chapter 7. So today we are going to start with chapter 8 and the name of the chapter is Houses Then and Now. So houses then means the houses that were found in the period of our grandparents, and the houses now means the houses that we get nowadays. Okay, so basically we are going to just study about the houses that were found in the earlier period and the houses that we find nowadays. So now let's start. So basically we are going to start it with a story. Okay, so one day Nikita asked her grandmother what kind of house she lived in when she was young. So students, here a girl named Nikita, she asked her grandmother about what kind of house she lived in when she was young. So her grandmother told her that when she was young, most people live in villages and build kacha houses. So students, her grandmother, Nikita's grandmother, told her that when she was young, many or most of the people, they lived in the villages and they built a kacha houses. They did not cost much. That means the kacha houses, they do not cost much. That means they can be made with a very little money. Okay. They were usually made by family members themselves. So students, the kacha houses were usually made by the family members themselves. So cow dung mixed with mud was used to make the floor. So students, in order to make the floor, they used to mix cow dung with the mud. Okay. So this would keep the insect away. That means mixing cow dung with the mud and making the floor will keep the insect away. Okay. They use mud to build the 4 walls. So students, in order to make the 4 walls of the house, they used to make use of mud. Okay. So strips of wood were joined to make a frame and fixed on the 4 walls. So students, they used to take the different strips of wood and they joined together to make the frame, and after making the frame, they used to fix it on the 4 walls. So straws and leaves of the trees like the neem and the kikar were placed on the frame. So they used to place the straw and the leaves of the tree like the neem and the kikar to make the frame. Okay, so then the termite would not harm the wood. So what is the benefit of keeping the straws and the leaves of the trees like the neem and the kikar on the frame? So this kind of leaf will help in removing the termites. Okay, so this termite would not then harm the wood. So old gunny bags were placed on this leaf. So students, the old gunny bags were placed on the leaves. These building materials were covered with mud to make the roof. So all these kind of building materials were then covered with the mud in order to make the roof. So kacha houses were not very strong. So students, we all know that kacha houses were not strong. People needed to coat the walls every week. So students, this is a kacha house, and by the picture only we can understand that these houses were not very strong and people must coat them every week. Okay, they used to coat the walls with the mud. Okay, so these houses also needed repair from time to time. So this kind of houses also need to repair time to time. So students, this is a house being constructed by the family members. Okay, and this is a kacha house. So Nikita's mother lived in a very big house called the Haveli. So this story up to here was the story of her grandmother. And now we are going to begin with the story of her mother. Okay, so this is a Haveli. So this is a Haveli, and Nikita's mother lived in a very house called the Haveli. So space was not a problem in those houses and in those days. So we know that in the earlier period, the cost of buying a land was very little. So it was not a very problem to take a bigger space in order to make the house. So many people built single story houses. So you can see This is also a single story house, and they used to make a single story house because space was not a problem in the earlier days. Okay, so this is not basically single story, it's a double story, but in the earlier period people used to make a single story houses because they used to have a lot of land. Okay, so they use building material like the limestone, wood, stone chips and mud bricks. Okay, they used to make use of all these building materials. So most houses had rooms built around a central courtyard called the angan. So students, I hope you can see this one. This is a central courtyard and this is known as angan. Okay, it was a place for children to play, elders to sit and chat and women to work. So students, in this place the children used to play and elder used to sit and talk and chat and women used to work here. Okay, so these kind of houses had high ceilings and thick wall. So students, this kind of houses, they have very high ceilings. Okay, and they also have very thick walls. The wall kept the house cool even in summer. So even in the summer season, this kind of walls, they keep the house very cool. Okay, so people did not need air conditions or coolers in summer as we need nowadays. So students, nowadays we need the coolers or the air conditioners, but in the earlier period they do not need all this kind of things. Okay, so the kitchen was built at a distance from the other room to prevent the smoke from entering the room. So students, in the earlier days the kitchen they used to build at a distance. Okay, that means nowadays we see many houses, not many houses, basically all the houses. Okay, we have kitchen together with our other rooms, but in the earlier period the kitchen was built at a distance. Okay, because they want to prevent the smoke from entering into the other rooms. Okay, so even the bathroom were built at a distance from the other rooms. So same thing, nowadays we find our bathroom near to our bedroom, but in the earlier period they used to build bathroom from a distance to the other room. Okay, so nowadays most of the people in towns and cities live in pakka houses. So students, nowadays we all live in pakka houses. These houses are made of building materials like the bricks, cements, tiles, marbles, iron and glass. So students, we live in a house that are made from different things like the bricks, cement, tiles, marbles, iron and glass. Okay, so one day Nikita's father took her to a construction site. So students, this is a construction site and Nikita's father, he took her to the construction site. He explained to her how a pakka house is constructed. So Nikita's father, he explained Nikita about how the pakka house is constructed. So he told her that the walls are made of bricks and plaster with a mixture of cement and water. So students, Nikita's father told Nikita that the wall of the pakka house are made with the bricks and it is plastered with a mixture of cement and water. Okay, so the floor is generally made of marble or stone. So students, the floor of the pakka house are generally made with marble or stones. Bricks, steel rod and cement are used for constructing the walls and the roof. So in order to construct the walls and the roof, bricks, steel rod and cement are used. Wood and glasses are used for making doors and windows. So students, for making the doors and the windows, wood and glasses are used. So pakka houses are strong and permanent. So students, we all know that pakka houses are very strong and they are permanent. They do not need repair frequently. So students, we do not require them to repair frequently. Okay. Pakka houses have all the modern facilities. So pakka houses have all the modern facilities like the kitchen, toilet and bathroom are inside the house. Okay. So pipe are put in the kitchen and toilet to take away the waste. So students, in case of Pakka house, pipes are put in the kitchen and the toilet to take away the waste. There is a proper drainage system. So in the Pakka house, we have a very proper drainage system. Okay. These houses are properly ventilated with a number of doors and windows. So students, a Pakka house, a Pakka house has a proper number of doors and windows. Okay. These houses are more expensive. They are expensive. We need lots of money to buy this kind of houses. Okay. So nowadays there's a shortage of land in the cities. So students, we all know that with the increase in population, there's a shortage of land in the cities. So the shortage of space has led to the construction of multi-story building. So students, this is a multi-story building. That means in a single place lots of stories have been built. Okay. These buildings are very tall and have many floors. So students, this kind of buildings have many floors. Each floor has many houses. So in each floor we find many houses. Each floor is called a flat or an apartment. So students, this kind of house is called a flat or an apartment. Alright. So students, next we are moving on to the bungalows. So bungalows has many rooms. So students, this is a bungalow and it has many rooms. They also have lawns and garage. So students, this kind of home, that is the bungalows, they have a lawn as well as the garage. Okay. So some big bungalows have swimming pools as well. So students, some big bungalows, they also have a swimming pool. So Nikita's father told her that many people are involved in the construction of a house. So Nikita was told by her father that in order to build a Pakka house, many people are involved. Okay, so let us now know who are they and what they do. So at first you see an architect make the plan of the house. So an architect is a person who make the design of the house. Okay, so what will be the design of the house? Okay, a mason lays bricks and plasters the wall. So this is the second person who is involved in making the Pakka house. So third one is a carpenter who makes the doors and windows. So fourth one is a plumber who fixes water pipes and the taps. So next is an electrician fits wire and plugs. So next is a painter who paints a house. And lastly, an engineer supervises the construction of a house. So he is a person who supervises the construction of the house from the starting of the construction to the end of the construction. Alright. So one day Nikita's father took her to a place where people lived in a small houses made of stones and mud. So students, one day Nikita's father took her to a place where people live in very small houses that are made of stones and mud. These houses stood close to one another and had roof made of iron or tin sheet. So this is a small house in a slum. This kind of houses are very close to each other and they had roof which are made up of iron or tin sheet. So Nikita also noticed that there was no proper arrangement for drinking water, electricity and drainage in the area. So students, in this type of area, there is no proper arrangement of drinking water or electricity or drainage. Okay, so her father told her that the place was a slum area. So this kind of places are known as a slum area. Okay, he also told her that the living condition in slums were bad. So in this kind of places, the living condition is very bad. So Nikita was sad to know that some people had to live in such harsh condition. So Nikita was very much sad with the thing that many people have to live in such a harsh condition. That is, in such a bad condition. Okay. She felt even more sad when her father told her that the slums were growing day by day. So she even felt more bad when she come to know that the slums were growing day by day. Okay. She was a bit relieved to hear that the government was trying hard to improve the living condition of slum dwellers. So students, Nikita's father also told her that the government is working on it and the government is trying to improve the living condition of the people that are residing in the slum area. Okay. Her father also told her that the government was providing low cost home to them. So he also told that government is providing the low cost home for them. That means the home in which they have to pay a very little amount of money and they can reside there. So Nikita hopes that people in that area would soon get proper houses to live in. So after listening all the things from her father, she come to know that the people in those area will get a proper house very soon. Okay, so she believed that every person has a right to a decent living. So she believed that every person should have a healthy living style and it's their right. Okay, so with this we complete today's chapter. Thank you and have a good day.